Welcome to Coin Explorer. Look closely at this small coin for a moment. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary, the kind of coin people receive in change and barely notice before dropping it into a pocket. This is the 1979 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the Jefferson Nickel. Millions of these coins were produced and used in daily transactions across the country. They passed through grocery stores, gas stations, vending machines, and bank counters without attracting attention. Yet coins often carry stories that most people never pause to discover. Sometimes a coin that appears simple can become interesting when its details are examined carefully. The shape, the design, and the inscriptions all reflect a specific moment in American minting history. Every nickel produced in 1979 followed a precise design standard, but collectors know that when a coin survives in remarkable condition, its story can become far more interesting. The front of the coin shows the well-known portrait of Thomas Jefferson. His profile faces left with calm and thoughtful expression. Jefferson was the third president of the United States and an important figure in early American history. Around the edge of the coin, you can clearly read the phrase, "In God we trust." To the right of Jefferson's portrait, the word liberty is engraved. Just beside it sits the year 1979, identifying when the coin was produced. These elements together create the familiar appearance that people recognize instantly. When collectors study the front of a coin like this, they pay attention to the clarity of Jefferson's hair, the sharpness of the lettering, and the smoothness of the coin's surface. Now, turn the coin over and examine the reverse side carefully. Here you will see the historic building known as Monticello. Monticello was Thomas Jefferson's home in Virginia and is one of the most recognized landmarks connected to American history. The building appears centered on the coin, with carefully engraved architectural lines. Above the image you can read the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. Beneath the building, the word Monticello is clearly written. Just below that appears the denomination 5 cents. Around the bottom edge, the inscription United States of America completes the design. The year 1979 was a time when the United States Mint was producing coins in very large numbers. The nickel was an essential part of everyday commerce, and millions of pieces were required to keep transactions moving smoothly. Because of this, most nickels from that year quickly entered circulation. They traveled through countless hands and were used repeatedly for small purchases. Over time, that constant movement naturally caused wear. Scratches, small marks, and softened details became common. A coin that has circulated for many years usually shows signs of that journey. To understand why condition matters, collectors rely on a system called coin grading. Grading is the process of evaluating how well a coin's original details have survived over time. Experts examine the surface of the coin, the sharpness of the design, and the presence of marks or scratches. Coins that show heavy wear receive lower grades, while coins that appear nearly untouched can receive extremely high grades. This system helps collectors communicate clearly about the quality of a coin. Another important concept in coin collecting is rarity within condition. Even when millions of coins were produced, only a small number may survive in exceptional condition. Everyday circulation slowly removes the best preserved examples from the population. Coins get scratched, bent, or worn down over time. As decades pass, it becomes harder to find pieces that still look almost new. When collectors encounter a coin that retains sharp details and smooth surfaces after many years, they recognize that it may be uncommon in that condition. For the 1979 Jefferson Nickel, collectors often pay attention to the strike quality and the preservation of the surface. A strong strike means the design was clearly pressed into the metal during the minting process. Jefferson's hair details should appear well-defined. The letters around the rim should look sharp and complete. On the reverse side, the lines of Monticello should appear clean and structured. When these details remain strong, collectors consider the coin more desirable. Modern coin collecting also relies heavily on professional grading services. When a coin is submitted to one of these organizations, trained specialists examine it carefully using magnification and specialized lighting. They evaluate the coin according to strict grading standards. Once the evaluation is complete, the coin is placed into a sealed protective holder that displays its official grade. This process helps preserve the coin while also confirming its condition for collectors. Auctions play an important role in the coin collecting world. These events bring together collectors who are searching for specific coins to add to their collections. When a coin with exceptional preservation appears at auction, it can attract significant attention. Collectors know that the opportunity to acquire a rare, high-grade example may not come often. As a result, bidding competition can become intense. One widely discussed auction result connected to a 1979 Jefferson nickel involved an image of an exceptionally preserved example that reportedly sold for $406,000. This figure reflects the outcome of a specific collector auction where bidders competed for a coin graded at an extremely high level of preservation. Results like this highlight how important condition can be in the collecting community. Stories like this often inspire curiosity among viewers and new collectors. They show that coins are more than simple pieces of metal used in daily life. Each coin carries a history connected to its production and circulation. When collectors study coins carefully, they begin to notice details that most people overlook. The 1979 Jefferson nickel represents a small but meaningful part of United States coinage history. Its design connects modern circulation with the legacy of Thomas Jefferson and the architectural heritage of Monticello. For decades, this coin has been used in everyday transactions across the country. Many collectors begin their journey simply by looking more closely at the coins they already have. Searching through pocket change can become interesting once you understand what details to look for. Occasionally, a coin appears with stronger details or a cleaner surface than usual. The story of the 1979 nickel reminds us that collecting combines curiosity, patience, and careful observation. While most coins remain ordinary pieces of currency, exceptional examples can stand out when their preservation is remarkable. Auction stories sometimes highlight how strongly collectors compete for the best-known specimens. When you look again at this 1979 United States 5-cent coin, remember that every coin has its own path through time. Most nickels remain everyday currency, quietly moving from hand to hand, yet a few survive in remarkable condition and become subjects of collector interest. The example connected with a $406,000 auction result shows how strongly collectors value preservation and rarity within grade. If you enjoy exploring coins and uncovering the stories behind them, take a moment to look at the coins around you. You never know what interesting details might appear when you slow down and examine them carefully. Thanks for watching, and keep exploring the fascinating world of coins.